Who the hell even has the time to make this? This picture looks like an Easter egg a game dev would put in a Gmod map. You'd have to no-clip through some walls in order to even see it, and it's like, how did you get here? Well, here's a bunch of oranges in the car, why not? I would be impressed by the dedication it took to make this in real life, but all I can think about is the food waste. Man, I'm such a good person. Hi again, guys, and I am not much of a car guy. In fact, I generally despise the car-centric infrastructure that imprisons the average American into a sedentary lifestyle, denying them the feeling of true community, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't think GTRs are cool. That said, I do not own a GTR. And when I see a GTR out in the wild or any car that's nicer than mine, obviously I get jealous. You guys know I'm petty. Among other things like spiteful, evil, and just generally untrustworthy. So in order to cope with all these emotions in an unhealthy way, you know, as we do, we're bringing it back to a classic Kwite tactic: punching down. The account Messed Up Cars on Twitter aggregates a whole lot of awful cars for our viewing pleasure. It's very nice of them to do that, but the name of their account wasn't mean enough for me, so I called them something worse in this title. Also, a little personal announcement. Y'all might remember my return to YouTube was with this big iceberg video I've been working my tush off getting made. Well, I have the next video I've been wanting to make like that coming out this Saturday. I've been working on it for so long, and I'm just really excited to share it with y'all, and if you guys would check that out when it does, it would mean a lot to me. Anyways, enjoy this video. Okay, first one is a Minecraft car. Oh, nah. We are not off to a good start. Dude, that is not a messed up looking car. That's clearly just a little guy. It might even be his birthday. Based off first impressions, if the rest of the cars in this list are anything like this, I feel like me and the guy running that Messed Up Cars account are gonna have some real disagreements. You're on notice, buddy. Oh, you got that pretty visceral Kratos car that has the same base color as the ashes of his dead loved ones. You know, the ones that are just seared to his skin after he killed them. And hey, look, a red racing stripe. Ooh, it is kinda on the wrong side though. Several people I know sent this to me when I was having a God of War relapse. Sometimes I'll like occasionally rediscover a game I like and then just immediately fixate on it for a little bit. Just consume way too much content about it and burn myself out sort of deal. And I mean, it is true. This is actually a good way to introduce this genre of messed up car. There are a lot of vehicles out there that have somewhat similar looking characteristics to a character in fiction. And because of the human phenomena of pareidolia, we project that character onto those cars without fail. I'm sure a lot of y'all remember the Thanos car from back when Infinity War first came out. The meme was more or less just saying the words Thanos car, like top text Thanos car, bottom text Thanos car, and it's on the image of the Thanos car. Dude, we were not funny in 2018. I don't know why you guys let me have a career based off the shit I was making then. Motorcycle with sidecar, only $300. Oh my god, that's a steal. I mean, I guess the main question is, does it work? Like, could you fit anything other than a child in it? Has the seat been retrofitted so that technically, like, me and my also human-sized buddy could go on a joyride with it? It might like work, but I'm wondering if the person selling it knows that. Like, did they test it first and like, did they use a real child as like a pseudo crash dummy and it got flung out the side? I don't know, man. You gotta make a lot of sacrifices for testing. No children were harmed. Oh my god, no way. Dude, it's the Invisible Car. I almost said Invincible Car because I just finished watching that series. It's so good! I'm so normal about this. Okay, listen, if you guys didn't know, this is a SpongeBob reference. And to the uninitiated out there whose parents I know didn't let you watch SpongeBob, allow me to explain the joke. It's a kind of a deep cut, and you have to be well versed in the fandom like me to really get it. So the two figures you see here are Mermaid Man on the right and Barnacle Boy on the left, his sidekick. They're two superheroes in the SpongeBob universe, and one of their iconic tools is their invisible car. I mean, it's more like an invisible boat in the series, I'm pretty sure. And as you can see, Mermaid Man is clearly in the front seat of an invisible car, and Barnacle Boy is filling up the gas tank of the invisible car. You're welcome. What would you do without me? Okay, it's a car with a wrap of an anime woman on it and very pretty cherry blossoms. I like the theming. I gotta say though, man, hop off oomphy, man. Okay, the anime lady on that car specifically is not oomph, but I don't know how many of y'all know this, but I'm actually a bit of a VTuber myself and friends with a lot of VTubers. One thing they do at a lot of conventions where like VTubers will be doing virtual or in-person appearances is like nice cars will have wraps based around certain VTubers models, and honestly, it's kind of sick. I want one really bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, they're freaking epic. That's oomphy, okay, buddy? Hop off the Fifi Van's dick. Oop, brick car. Oh, damn. No, wait, that's literally brick. I think there's like actual indents in between the different bricks. If that pattern actually has texture to it, like it gets deeper in the grooves, then I would be genuinely impressed. It's not a particularly ugly looking car. It's just unorthodox. And I like that the stripe going down it is like a different color. To be fair, this is probably what that Minecraft car from earlier would look like if it was built in real life. Okay, but get this. Imagine a car also made out of bricks, but that's in reference to bricks of cocaine. Okay, so we have a little backyard mechanic here, and he was just doing a little work on his shit box. He cracked open the hood, took out the engine, and just replaced it with a hyperdrive. You know, the shit that lets you go faster than light in Star Wars. I don't know what it is, man, but there are some images on the Messed Up Cars account that are so absurd I can't be sure if they're real. And it kind of bums me out because I really want them to be. I want to believe someone out there did this in real life, and that way I can speculate as to why. Also as to how. Like, I like imagining all the pain they had to go through in my noggin. Imagining other people suffering just really brings my mood up, you know what I'm saying? Okay, for $25,000, we have a 2006 Dodge Charger. I mean, I've seen Dodge Chargers before, and the front and back are definitely that, but this feels more like a human centipede of cars. The amount of Chargers that had to be mutilated to make this one super long one was practically a massacre. That said, $25,000 for the combined innards of 5 Dodge Chargers is pretty good, dude. Think about all the time that the welding, cutting, and making the Dodge Chargers put their mouths to the other one's ass. It's not an easy process, man, and people deserve to be paid fair wages for their labor. Okay, so this dude is taking a mirror selfie, except the reflection he's using is on his tire. I can't tell if it's raining and that tire is just incredibly moist, if it's just been roughed down so much that it's completely smooth on it, or if it's covered in cling wrap, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of leaning towards that. Whichever of these three it is, if you can see your reflection on one of your tires, something's probably wrong with it. Just a suggestion, just maybe, consider getting it looked at, maybe even replaced, I don't know. Okay, we have a car wrap that is literally just made of a bunch of tiny toy cars. I'm surprised it still looks so organized by rows with all of the different sizes that these toy cars have to be, right? I imagine it's like one of those psychedelic visuals that infinitely zooms in forever in fractals. There are an endless number of even tinier and tinier cars covering every single car in this image. I don't know if there's a word for this, but seeing so many tiny little things next to each other when it's zoomed out feels like, it kind of makes my skin crawl. And they really went all in on this. They put cars everywhere that didn't need to be open to the air. Like, the only thing visible is the vents, the lights, the license plate, and I guess the windshield, but honestly, I think they should have just covered that up. Like, full send, man. When you go up to the hood, it also just does look like really heavy traffic congestion. Like, what was that 50-lane highway in China that, like, funnels into a 3-lane one? Oh, I hate this image so fucking much, dude. Jesus Christ. That's Lightning McQueen, a Piston Cup champion, sucking on someone's toes while looking up at them? Why did they design the toy to have a mouth that's shaped like that? And honestly, I'm a little concerned with how happy he is because I don't know if you guys know, this guy's a groomer. Look it up. It's canon. It was the SNL car sketch, bro. I didn't write the story. And I'm concerned that that might be a miner's foot because of how happy he looks to be suckling on it. Lightning, you are a freak. We are going to find you. Okay, this one's good. The account literally just put up a picture of an unmodified Cybertruck, and he posted it on my birthday too. Oh, March 30. I'll be honest, like, I'm just gonna take whatever excuse I can to, like, dunk on the Cybertruck. It just looks so goofy, and it doesn't have any of the cool features that, like, made it somewhat exciting back in the day. I don't really care that it's angular. I kind of live for that weird shit, but I never realized that the wheels, it looks like a drainer. The shit you'd fucking shake around spaghetti in, dude. What are we doing? I don't know. Something poetic about dunking on the Elon car on the Elon website. I don't have anything I can do to materially hurt him, so I just kind of have to take these meaningless dunks where I can. That's a Peter Griffin car. Here's the thing, this doesn't even really fall into the genre of cars that look like fictional characters. They just put the fictional character on the car. And I'm a little mad about how well they actually did it. Look at this thing. Peter's body is perfectly proportioned across the entirety of the vehicle. His big fat ass and big stomach section are in the bigger, taller part of the car. That way they make room for the full print. The glasses extend into the lights on the car so that they better, like, feel like part of it. I just noticed they even had the butt chin, man. This is dedication. This is disgusting to look at, but it's well done. How do you think the person who's behind that wheel feels driving this thing, knowing what the outside of their car looks like to everybody else? It's gotta be a humbling experience, I'm sure. Probably the closest you can get to ego death without doing LSD. I do want to get ahead of this, though. I better not see any comments about how that car's engine probably sounds like me. I do not sound like Peter Griffin. We got this guy in a sedan who is lifted insanely high off the ground, and you know, you clown on people who do that a lot, but it's showing some utility here. He's able to easily drive over really deep puddles without it getting, like, on the side of his car or drowning him. It kind of reminds me of people who would, like, put bags over their shoes on rainy days because they were nice and wanted to take care of them. I always respected the hustle of those people. Oh, I hate this teeth card, dude. This might be the worst one so far. This is genuinely hurting me. These teeth are probably the one that my dentist wants me to have, but if getting my shit looking that good makes the the rest of me to look like this car, I think I'd rather just all my teeth fall out. Bro, I can eat soft foods for the rest of my life. All I need is gums. It'll make sucking dick way better for anybody who I'm going down on. That's just kind of the problem, because these are really photogenic teeth. But then you just take it out of the context that God intended for those things to be seen on, and suddenly it makes whatever it's on uncanny. Ooh, dude, look, it's the spider car. I think this is like a genuinely good piece of design. I'm not gonna lie to you. It reminds me of that one horror game, Choo Choo Charles. Basically the same thing, except it's a train with spider legs that tries to chase you down and kill you. My preferred interpretation is that it's actually gonna start dancing like stick bug, you know, just like going side to side. Editor in the dungeon, play the stick bug music now. Yeah, look at it move, look at it move. It's a still image, he's not gonna move. Okay, somebody got the saw blade ammo from Dead Space and turned it into a steering wheel. Listen, man, this isn't a great car as it is. It's like a total rust bucket. But even for that, choosing these as the steering wheel is so counterintuitive. Saw blades are designed to stop spinning as soon as they touch something squishy like a human finger, so, you know, they don't cut them off. You are never gonna be able to turn this thing. Maybe you can press the gas pedal and go forward, but you are not gonna be able to steer. Isn't that like the whole point? Why did I sound like Playboy Cardi for a second? Oh, dude, that thing is sunken in there. It's so perfectly lined up with where the window is on the back of the car. It looks like the truck bed might have just been an add-on, and they just forgot to add the back wall is all. It's like a clipping 3D model. Some dude out there fucked up on Blender and is freaking out trying to figure out how to position it back. What button did he accidentally hit that caused this? Okay, we have a really compact Mercedes-Benz. Does it move around like BB-8 or some shit? I hope you guys know what I'm talking about, but this is like the car version of those dogs that have the really rare disease where they have no neck. So they're like perpetually stuck as Michael Keaton in the Batman suit. Their head just looks sunken into their body and they cannot turn their head at all. It just kind of makes them look like one big nugget. Oh, we have the gamer chair on the moped. Looks like this is a delivery driver, so he's probably on it a lot. I can understand wanting to be comfortable. I know the stereotype for chairs that are shaped like that is that they're used by sweaty gamers, but believe it or not, originally chairs like that were made for racing. They were technically used in cars first. Like, that's why a lot of the companies that sell those chairs have racer in the name. Like, technically speaking, slapping this thing on any form of motor vehicle is a return to form. And you know, it's kind of like everything came full circle because of that. So I'm gonna wrap this video up here. That card I mentioned should be on screen. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and